relatively speaking, early on in the game.
No, that's basically allowing us to just have a free trip to Biolevender without having to go all of our way to Houlihan or something like that. Both runners even having the same route through this dungeon.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite parts about Escape. You know, you watch like a standard Escape without boots in NMG or in just a standard opening seed, and you don't get to see that little bridge get used a lot because it's a little farther. And I'm not sure if it's faster or not, but it just is more consistent with the boots to run up there, and you're not going to run into one of those green guards or anything like that. So it also just feels nice to run the whole time, those long stretches of hallways.
I'm always a fan of starting boots in anything.
Yeah, really the only difference in the runners right now is that Gamachu picked up one extra little piece of magic in the hallway. Otherwise, they are pretty much in sync. Gamachu just like, you know, frames behind here. Nothing too substantial at this point. And making our way deeper and deeper into the basement of Hyrule Castle on our way to the secret sanctuary.
Dark Cross is up next, and we find ourselves some arrows. I'm actually hoping for something in the back here that, like, sends runners in different directions. Like, give us the bow, give us, you know, gloves or something. Oh, JP getting knocked back a bit by that mouse. There's
that map.
Ooh!
Red cane. Okay, here's the divergence you were looking for. JP using the
great
top
divergence,
block, and Gamachu going out the hole that already existed on the bottom.
Great divergence. Perfect divergence. Also kind of shows that there's not that much of a difference between both ways. But we're done! We're out of this, the Hyrule dungeon and back of Escape Sanctuary. More arrows.
Yeah, more arrows, as you said. Nothing, no items too big that are gonna, I think, make one runner turn right here and the other go left. We're both gonna go over to Kakariko. Of course, Bonk Rocks is right here. JP does get that map check, confirms the pendant up at Tower of Hera, and the other crystals here on the other two dungeons.
All right, got a little bit more money. I'm just, you know, normally I would say, you know, that's some bomb money right there, but we do have a free source of bombs with these boots as well, right outside of town. We're also getting a tree pull, which is magic. And the Hoarder Crab is big money. That's some good money right there.
Yeah, I love it when it drops big 20s because you can always get find a way to get some money if you're ever in need of that. And just some bombs there, I think, on a lumberjack tree. So praise to the rando gods. We don't need to do Aga today unless we need to for Dark World access.
Another twine growing in the woods. Gamachu's definitely abusing this red 20 drop. No shield for JP. We move on to the main town.
Yeah, Gamma's quickly gotten a 300 rupee lead here, which is not insignificant. There's probably some money drops in Kakariko, but hopefully JP will be able to get some money if he does need it. Gonna get one more guaranteed bomb here off of that Bonk Rock.
Good enough to get through the top half of Kakariko for sure.
Yeah, the reason that JP might want to get some money is for possibly a Zora check, which takes 500 rupees. But there's another bush crab sort of along the normal path to get to that Zora check, so not too worried right now. But we get that lamp and that moon pearl Aga intensifies. Just need a sword or a cape to put Aga in logic right now.
Now some good funds there. We're not going to have any dark rooms this time around, but both these runners are at the level where they could just do dark rooms like it's nobody's business.
And I didn't even see that there was a prediction in chat about when the Moon Pearl shows up. So whoever picked 5:01 to 10 minutes, there you go. You got it.
Oh, that's a mushroom. Oh, and we have the cane. Now all we need is the hammer. We can do some fake powder. All the bombs. We're not buying bombs today. Not right now. And a piece of heart for $100. This is the nice Kakariko. You're just going through, you're getting all the stuff you need. You're just going to leave here in like a minute or two with flippers and, you know, probably go straight to Zora if you're Gamachu.
Yeah, flippers really allow you to do some of those flipper checks in a more convenient way than setting up with some fake flipper action and water walk and stuff like that, as we see a nice fire rod, I believe, out of the back of the tavern. That doesn't look to be blue. It does look to be red.
Our first weapon that's not a sword here. 20 in the library, and we're going to see what's on race game. Are you a always check, or are you do it blind?
With boots, I'll just run over here and not get the item. If it's like key sanity or something where maybe some other item is shuffled, I might check it blind because it's a higher chance of it being something. But JP actually going to go back and get that blue mail. You know, we haven't seen any hearts yet, so getting a mail upgrade is not a bad thing. And spending a little bit of time here to make sure you don't die is definitely not a bad strategy. Because the first rule of rando is don't die. Dying is slower than being slow on a boss or something like that, or using safeties. So just don't die. And blue mail gonna lessen the chances of that for JP, as Gamma has now farmed up $500 for the Zora check. Let's see if he rots that in conveniently at some point here.
I don't know. I'm one of those I always check it, because it's like if it's something you want, you're taking the time to turn back around, go through the whole thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of useful items. Sometimes you won't get ooh, a nice flute and a fetch quest shovel there. Flute will make it not easy to do all those fetch quests that we've gotten between the mushroom and the shovel.
So, question chat. Gamachu skipped the dam. Basically, some runners would prefer to do Mini Moldorm and the Ice Cave separate from the dam in Agina. Oh, that's some money. Well, JP's caught back up on money now.
Yeah, the thing about skipping the dam is you then are able to combo it with Agina, which is one item and it's kind of far away. Kind of like associate those two together, even though they're technically farther away from each other than like the dam and Mini Moldorm Cave. But it gives you more of a reason to actually check Agina, and then it doesn't become something that you isolate and last locate, because sometimes it just has big progression that you're going to want.
All right, we got the flute for Gamachu. This will allow us to go up the mountain, save the old man, check Spec Rock. Can go back to check either Agina, Dam, Ice Rock Cave. JP's following the same path right now.
Yeah, the flute's really nice because all those out-of-the-way checks are just really a flute away. You can go to either one of them. It's not really an obvious route at that point. It's sort of a start doing gut feelings. Oh, I think Agina has something. Oh, I think Old Man has something. So Gamachu gonna save the Old Man. We got the lamp, so it's in logic. It's gonna give us a save and quit point. It's a really nice thing to have here. And JP, nice spin speed there to get through this maze of cliffs in South Kakariko.
Let's see what the reward for saving the old man is. It's just $1. I'll think kindly, kind young guy. Here's $1 for your troubles. Not going up to Spec Rock. Okay.
Yeah, I think he wants Mir or something like that, so he can think about getting the item and going to Hera. I really like getting the old man first, because then the next time that you save and quit, you can choose to go there if you want. So doing something like Agina, where it's better to save and quit out of it than to run out of it, it's a little bit more worthwhile with all 3 of your save and quit points handy. And JP gonna go straight to Sahasrara's closet here. A little bit of divergence for us.
Now, mind you, we also have the lamp, which possibly puts another 3 item in Eastern in logic, but we don't have the bow for us to get that crystal yet. So we'll see what all JP does here. Piece of heart on the island. We saw that earlier from JP's side. We're going to check.
That's great.
Yeah, we're going to check out the man underneath the bridge here.
JP did get our second sword out of Saha's closet, and now Aga is fully available to us. I think there's a lot of other stuff to check, and the runners are not going to want to go there just yet.
Of course.
And that was half magic on the hobo, and Gamma's fluting away. Probably now going into those flippers checks. Yeah, there's 4 checks over here, all in logic. Got money, got flippers, can get everything over here if he so chooses.
And we're still missing 2 items to avoid Aga right now. And these runners are hopefully they'll find the hammer and glove basically. But we're up to 5 hearts now on Gamma's side, and JP is going to show us what's in Spec Rock. That's a hammer.
Oh boy! I think if I see that hammer up there. And what was that, just arrows? I think if I see that hammer there, I just say, yeah, Mir's probably in Dark World. I think I'm just going to go do Aga. Maybe do a few more checks here. He's got the mushroom and Agina and stuff like that, but I don't think I'd be dipping Eastern, especially being 2 items from Dark World. As I just need to hold my tongue here. Yeah, that's really opened up a lot. Wow. Okay, game.
But here's the thing, that hookshot tells JP Dark World is more of a play because you could get to West Dark World with that.
Yeah, I mean, he could go do all this stuff up on the mountain now with that hookshot. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to do, obviously, that hammer or something like that. I wonder if he will end up making his way to Zora. He's clearly not going to Zora because he does not have $500. And Gamma has the mirror but does not know the location of that hammer.
But, of course, he also said earlier, maybe Gamma then will go all the way up to, you know, Spec Rock without the mirror because wanted to combine both Spec Rock and Hera. But, yeah, that's just, wow. Well, here's the hook shot. That's another reason to go up the mountain.
Oh, yeah, that'll definitely take him up the mountain. You know, honestly, neither way is going to be a bad choice for Gamma now that he has the hookshot and the mirror. He'll probably do the hookshot side first because he knows he has the mirror and he's going to want to not do the what do you call it? The Hera, since it is a pendant today. We did get Ether there in Paradox Cave. That was one item that I saw.
We also got a red mail and some piece of heart. Nothing like too big. But once we have Dark World access, either if they want to go through it now through Aga, Swamp's already unlocked for us.
Yeah, just need a glove, or you could defeat Aga and run all the way around to Swamp.
Well, we're getting a gain and check. Nothing on Desert Ledge.
The good news is for JP, he has now accumulated 500 rupees. So Zora is definitely something on the table, especially with flute and flippers, and it's being 4 items. He's not really going to avoid that. I wouldn't think before doing Aga.
And nothing in only a blue boomerang and spiral, but this seed has gone out of control in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, they were both in Kakariko, you know, the first 10 minutes of the seed, you know, do an escape and then into Kakariko. And then, yeah, I mean, this goes to show you, there's no one path is correct. You know, they're both going to run across these items eventually. JP may be losing a little time doing 2 mountain climbs, but yeah, Gamachu is going to go and get more items on the right side as opposed to, you know, just a couple items and a pendant Hera. Going to go through here, and JP setting up that water walk, and then if you have the flippers, you can actually go off that diagonal, and then when you go down this south-facing ledge, you go into a water walk. So really heads-up knowledge there from both runners. I think Gamma did that as well.
I love all the different ways people have been finding to use the water walk. I'm a fan of storing it, then fake flippering to, you know, the man underneath the bridge, then activating the run from there.
Yeah, that is a nice heads up text. I do that as well, so I'm glad to hear I'm not the only one.
I mean, in this situation, the flute does make this a little easier since you could just flute from that spot there. But yeah, but this is going to be a Zora play. JP and Gamachu are about ready to probably reconnect here. I don't know, like 3 minutes. Because JP is going to go straight for that hammer. Yeah,
that will be his next location for sure, assuming he makes it to Zora and gets that mirror.
I know we're 20 minutes in, but don't forget to get these runners a follow. They are putting on a great race so far. And, you know, I don't like to, you know, promote the commentators, but we can use some follows too.
Yeah, I know both these runners are really good about interacting with chat a lot, and you can definitely learn a lot of things from them. So go ahead and, you know, tune in once in a while. JP gets that mirror and says, I know one of my pieces of progression. So ironically, we've gotten a lot. We're about 20 minutes in, and we might still have to do Aga 1 in order to get to the Dark World. But we'll see if there's anything in Hera. Maybe maybe one of those gloves is sitting up there. I believe they've checked pretty much everything except for inside of Eastern and Pendant Hera. As we get Green Pendant Ice, Pendant Thieves Town. No one likes to see that, and I didn't see where the red crystal was. And WinFox in chat helping me out. Looks like Skullwoods was that other red crystal today.
Nope. Big Key is locked in cage right now, and Gamachu's just going straight for the Hera pot.
Okay, so we got map and a small key. So we didn't get any items here. So basically a 1 in 3 chance that we're going to get all the items between the compass chest and the boss. Otherwise, we're going to have to go into the basement, get the big key, and then go back up and check the big chest.
No, there's one
item there. What would you do in this situation if you got 0 small keys or 0 items and that you know you have to wait in the basement?
It's a pendant. So it's one of those things where it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because, you know, if you spend the time and then you go back up for the big chest and it turns out to be like 5 rupees, you know you just spent 3 minutes for those 5 rupees, right? But then you also assume, did my opponent also do this? So if I don't do it, and my opponent does, am I in the lead or not? So, I don't know. It's a tough one. And there's an item in the big chest.
Yeah, and as you pointed out, it's a pendant. So if you maybe get them, you don't have to actually do the boss. The boss was not too much of a time investment here. But that item in here is the last thing. I think we've checked everything before needing to do edit.
Oh,
And
JP's going for it. Gamma's going for it.
Okay, it's still the morning somewhere, and if you're ready for some coffee, now's the time. Step away for a minute, and when you come back, we'll let you know that we're still waiting. So, you know, this is a great time to take a little break and have.
And if anyone was thinking that Game 2 had like a massive lead a few minutes ago because all this, you know, getting the mirror early, you can tell that we're basically tied right now. Yeah,
such a hype matchup right now between Divine Beastie Boys and WJPDTB. Dueling tile room, Hera basements. Let's go.
Oh, riveting. Oh, man. Whoever gets out of this first definitely has the lead. Oh, and it's JP.
Oh, and Gamma saving the frames by killing that tile before it got to him. What a time save. Oh, and it's a big key.
I'm laughing right now. And you also get to see how both these runners do their Hera pots. Like, oh, and first try for both sides. Ah, so good.
I think that was 2 for Gamma. He did struggle with it a little bit on the first time. I think JP, that's actually where JP pulled a little bit ahead. We'll see what we got today. Is it a glove?
No!
Oh, it's a fetch quest.
I mean, now both of these runners like, what if my opponent fake powdered when they had the chance? Did they just save 3 minutes?
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that because we had Red Cane. Although the hammer was up there, so it was without having to take a second trip up the mountain. It would have been impossible. Oh, JP hasn't done this yet. Okay.
I'm surprised JP didn't chase the powder. Honestly, he just got it. Why go all the way up to Agina? That's fun.
Is it a glove?
It's a glove! Nagaseed is dead!
Aga, denied. Let's go to the Dark World. Okay, if you're Gamma, you're going to be feeling great. I mean, you last located, but Hera Basement is such a popular skip. Now, we'll see if JP... Now, the fact that he's not starting at Link's house tells me he is going to go check that powder. So he's also going to feel great, because that's a huge skill that a lot of people make.
Alright, so now it's going to come...
He's going to feel good.
It's going to feel great. Now it's going to come down to what you do. You have all of Swamp available to you right now. That's 6 items if you full clear it. Do you do that for that, like, density gamble? Or do you just play, like, meta? Do you do all Thieves Town? Do you do Skull Woods? You can do this Thieves Town Skull Woods combination, find the bow, boom, you now have Pod Eastern you can do. Ah, so good. The seed is insane.
I mean, you could just go to Eastern right now and just find your other glove that is also in the Light World, right? That could be a thing. But yeah, I think with Pendant Thieves Town, it's pretty obvious you're going to go into Crystal Swamp here. JP going left. Okay, so he's actually going to forget that he doesn't have mitts, and he's going to try and go into the Dark World over here. Maybe he actually feels a little bit behind, or he didn't do the map check yet, and this is part of his normal hammer glove.
I mean, overall, this is the most like dense location if we're talking overworld checks, things of that nature. I mean, this is why a lot of people just do Skull Woods and Thieves Town all the time when they come here. But Gamma is making that Swamp Palace play. So, like, after all this is said and done, in like the next 10 minutes, JP is going to have 2 crystals to Gamma choose 1. But we'll see which path out the gates of going to Dark World will benefit these runners the most. Ah, it's like, oh, there's our bow!
Okay. Yeah, that pretty much lays out the next 15 minutes for Gamachu here. I wonder if he skips left side swamp because he's gotten something nice out of the front.
I mean, we're Ice Rod and Mitts away from, well, that and Quake. Quake's thing, but this was a jet seat.
Yeah, we just need the mitts and oh, we do need an ice rod.
Yeah, that's why I said the
Sorry,
ice rod.
sorry.
Yeah, and we may need Quake, but I am glad I signed up for this. I am surprised with how this seed has been going.
Yeah, this is you know, we were at about 25 minutes or so when they found their Dark World access, and that's pretty much normal about the amount of time where you said I've cleared everything and I go to Aga. So to get that late Dark World access, as far as just that was a lot of time. Was pretty fun and interesting, and then now we're only 2 or 3 items away from Go Mode. We got our second item out of Swamp Palace, and we did get 1 out of Skull Woods, and Gamma's kind of going right to the back.
Yep, we haven't found any dungeons item left in the few checks we have. So you just do the rest, and you hope that both map and compass are on left side. Nice fire rod placement so far on Moth. Just 1 slash, and there we go.
That was a really nice.
Oh, by the way, we found mitts. Swamp was the answer.
Yeah, we did find mitts. I did notice that, and we found 1 more item. So there's only 1 more item in Swamp. Is it gonna be that? Is it gonna be that ice rod, or maybe Quake?
Oh God! Imagine if his ice rod does. Gamma just be like, okay, well, this is Go Mode.
That would be disgusting because that means Gamma just went straight to progression. And we've seen enough of that.
I think this is the most loaded I've ever seen Swamp in like a year. Yeah.
there are cheap lows, so JP could run across 1 and then get silvers here in Swamp, and that's something that Gamma might miss depending on where it is.
This is an escape velocity seed.
Yeah. It is going very fast. Despite that 1-minute coffee break, this has been a very fast seed so far.
All right, we're going to see House now from JP. Oh, that quick kill! Such a nice quick kill.
That was very nice. Not easy on Master Sword. Oh, it's a map. Okay, there's 1 more item in Swamp. Where does Gamma go from here? As JP's just finished up Sea House and gonna go into the front of Pendant Thieves Town.
You have to just do the front 4 here, right?
Yeah, I guess it depends how many items you get. I mean, you have the hammer, so there's no risk of abandoning any or you know, not being able to get all the checks here. We got a map and a big key.
Yeah, we're going straight to do possibly Mire Desert now.
Yeah, we want to find out if we can get in, and if we're going to need another medallion. And
nope.
It's Bombos, so we don't need that. Excuse me, we don't need to find that because we already have Bombos.
Alright, JP does front 4, gets out. We're probably going to see some more stuff here. We got chess game, dig game.
And Crystal Desert is, of course, on the table for Gamachu here. Did JP get any items out of the front of these? I saw a couple items, and then I basically looked away, which was inconvenient for me. Okay.
Pendant Thieves doing Pendant Thieves thing. Gamachu looking a Jet Seed in the face is like, I could do this on 6 Heart Blue Mill. Which I believe Gamachu can. I wouldn't be that gutsy.
Yeah, he did go into Desert here. So, you know, maybe gets another heart or something like that before thinking about doing Misery Mire.
No. There was a heart on the torch that game. Was like, nope.
Oh, that's sweet. Sorry, I misheard you. Wow, that's okay. Doesn't want to take the time there.
And we're doing the second item could be on the boss, so let's not go to the big chest just yet. A lot of digs here, and and it's just a heart container. JP has found 3 heart containers in, you know, Village Valcast. I mean, that's something.
Yeah, that's not nothing. So he's going to get a little bit more overworld here in search for the items. Of course, we know there's a couple of them in Swamp. Maybe he'll run across these because, you know, Gamma immediately left. He didn't do any other overworld checks when he was in this swamp area.
We know JP is going to be doing Swamp here.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
That's my bad. Earlier I said JP was going to have 2 crystals. I thought Thieves Town was a crystal for some reason at that time, but nope. Gamma's going to get the second crystal right here off of Lamos. 1 cycle. 1 cycle.
Yeah, that was a nice snipe there. And
Nope.
second item's 10 arrows, which does not help him. Oh, I think we had a question in chat about what MSU. Gamma's using Bomberman 64, I believe.
64/Hero. Both 64 games.
Got it.
It also fits Link to the Past very well.
Yeah, it's been very, very nice. I've been having a good time listening to it.
Still has nothing on one of my favorite MSUs, the Battle Network pack. But JP is going to find all the stuff in Swamp here. Chat's trying everything possible to add another 30 minutes to this run.
Well, it was already Fetch Quest Heat. We had Mushroom turn in for Hookshot. We had
Powder for
acquired for Powder for Glove. We had a mirror on Zora for a hammer on Spectacle Rock. It's not really Fetch Quest because you can see it, but yeah, let's. I mean, Turtle Rock's a crystal. We can always have Ice Rod on pedestal.
Of course. New game almost losing Kiki there, but we're now going to see Pod Easter. I'm surprised Game 2 didn't go into Meyer.
I think Meyer's one of those dungeons where the 2 items, because there's only 2 in there, can be super rude sometimes. And maybe if you get an early big key, you're tempted to just go right to Vitreous. So why not do some of these dungeons where you're going to get more items? Oh, and now Silvers make Vitreous like literally a walk in the park. Like he could probably do it blindfolded, to be honest.
Hey, Pod's bow locked.
It is bow lock. Conveniently, we've already gotten 2 of them. I wonder if he gets a big key and small key here. If he just gets a key from the other part of the front of it and just goes right to the boss and says, "Ice Rod's probably on Helmasaur today."
No, we know Ice Rod's probably on Laser Bridge, and that's probably where Gamma Choose is going to beeline it.
Hey, JP gets the second item, the big 300. And going right for the back.
Yeah, JP's going to be finding those mitts.
So if you're a fan here of WJPDTB, you're going to hope that Ice Rod is not just sitting along the path, because JP has done a lot of overworld stuff, checked some things, you know, inside of Skull Woods, that if Ice Rod's sitting here in Pod or Eastern, Gamma's just going to run across it. And he's just been on Dungeon Rush since getting Dark World access. So that is going to be one out that JP needs today. And then hopefully he goes there before Gamma does.
Well, we're having the whole party in Pod. Now we have the 3 small keys to go to the back. I mean, both runners are also kind of hoping to find the Tempered Sword as well.
And a compass in the compass chest. Here in pod. Going to the rupee basement. Oh, there's our first bottle.
And then there's our big chest.
All right, 2 keys here. I believe that's going to be key for key in Harmless Hellway, so no need to go there. And get a couple more items out of the maze, and then on to beat King Helmasaur.
JP finishes off Argus. Now the question is, do we go back for that last item that's in Swamp?
Yeah, it could be all the way on the left. It could be a big key on the left, and then there's an item in the big chest. It's a pretty big decision here, and he's just going to leave. So both runners, no time lost, no time saved. They're both skipping out on left side Swamp with 1 item over there. I mean, you get Bo and Mitch are feeling pretty good about skipping out on the rest of the dungeon, I would say.
We'll see if JP decides to do Meyer here. Looks like following the same path Gamma's doing. Gamma's going to the boss right now. And then Gamma will run through Eastern like it's nobody's business. Now the question for Gamachu is, if Gamachu goes through all these dungeons and there's no Ice Rod, what is the next option? Because we're basically on a big Ice Rod hunt now.
Yeah, I think you go up the mountain and, well, first he's going to do a Misery Mire, but you go up the mountain and say it's going to be in Turtle Rock, or it's going to, there's 6 chests, 6 checks outside of the Turtle Rock as well. And then there's also Mimic Cave. So there's like 7 things that aren't the 5 items in Turtle Rock, and it's a pretty high chance that Ice Ride is just going to be right there. Gamachu using a couple bombs there before going to the hammer hits here. So like I said, it's somewhat less than 17 hammer hits, and really nice silver arrow to finish things off on King Helmasaur. Is this going to be our Ice Rod or something else? Is this an item? I don't even know. It's 20 bucks.
Now to go check the 3 items out in Eastern, and then do Meyer, then do the mountain.
Yeah, he's now got 3 crystals at 41 minutes. It's a really good pace. JP into his 3rd crystal as well, so not too far behind because he actually has Skull Woods as well, which Gamachu does not.
Don't know if I like this tune from Bomberman. Nice early big key.
And JP ties up the crystal count at 3 apiece. Getting Landmo down, no problem there.
More likely, well, I think JP has a health to do Meyer. We'll see if JP goes into Meyer. And it looks like that's the plan. Oh no, we haven't. He hasn't checked Checkerboard yet.
Yeah, this does look to be Checkerboard. Another 20 bucks. And Eastern Big Key Chest, not a very skippable location overall, so might as well run through. We got boots and the lamp and all that. Makes it real easy to get to.
No, we're also dipping out Meyer. Going to Dark Death Mountain.
Okay, JP wants to know if he needs Quake or not. And also there's 6 items up here. Don't know if we'll see him actually go into Turtle Rock if it's not Quake, or if he runs across Quake on the way. But I like chasing the density here. You know, if he runs across his Ice Rod and knows he doesn't need Quake or finds Quake, then he can just like go mode, Pod, and Eastern, and measure Meyer when he goes there. Yeah. So he's committing to the extra mountain climb if Ice Rod's somewhere down in the south part of the world. But saying I'm going to have information, and that is worth the extra time that I'm investing right now.
This could be the game-making moment.
No Ice Rod, no Quake just yet. We got 4 more checks in Hookshot King.
Game and Choose about to make some nice work of the Armos Knights with the silvers. Quake not required. It's just an Ice Rod hunt at this point. No, tempered on. Okay, that's a nice find.
Yeah, that's really nice. JP gets his first bottle. No Ice Rod yet. Is it this one? No.
Is JP just opening TR, or is JP about ready to make the gamble? No gamble. Okay. Now it's Pod Eastern time.
Yeah, now chasing the density that is a crystal makes a lot of sense. Knows he doesn't need Quake, so if he runs across Ice Rod, it's fine. Gamachu doesn't know that, but he's got 2 out of the 3 medallions, and a lot of runners will tell you with 2 out of 3, you just assume that you have it, and the game will give you the other medallion if it's required.
Ooh, Gamachu might lose some time here. JP went straight to the back. Is Gamachu still going to the front? No. Never mind.
Yeah, he was just hoping for a key, but doesn't want to drop down and then traverse the front of Skull Woods inconveniently. So gonna go through here, maybe finds his items or his keys that help him do that a little bit better.
JP's about ready to get the silvers from this chest, telling him that this dungeon's bow locked.
I'm sure he'll have a chuckle or something like that. Nice hammer dash there. Gamachu, by the way, still on 6 hearts, and I believe... Oh, he does have blue mail now, not green, whereas JP is on red mail at this point. Yeah, I have no doubts that Gamachu is going to be fine. He'll probably run across another heart or 2 anyway, but you know, he has been avoiding some of those heart pieces and big hearts because he is justifiably very confident in his skill level, as JP is as well, and I wouldn't fault anyone for getting up to 10 hearts anyway if they're just along the route.
I still remember watching one of our mods here was in an SMZ3 race, and they did gain in 5 heart green mail, and I'm like, okay, well, that's something.
Oh, really nice moth fight there by Gamma with that tempered sword helping out. 5 heart green mail gain and doesn't sound fun. I know there's a vanilla Link to the Past run that's low percent, and then you ended up on like 3 hearts green mail, and it's just oh man, that does not sound like a fun day. Gamachu not going back into Skull Woods, gonna go away, probably going into Misery Mire here. I can't remember who I saw do that low percent fight. I'm sure many people have done it, but it's if you ever see someone streaming that or able to catch a VOD, it's totally worth watching. Especially because of the way they avoid picking up all those boss hearts along the way. Because you end up getting 14 of them if you don't delete any of them. So it's really interesting to see the high level of some of these runners in a Link to the Past community. JP got a couple keys here, running back. No big key yet. Need that big key to beat Pod.
I lied. This is the worst Bomberman song.
Well, we hope it's a God Meyer then, so we can get out of here, huh?
Yeah.
Question in chat about how do you avoid the hearts. There's a way to. I don't know a lot about it, so I will, defer to the people in chat. Like Momo is there, I see, who knows a lot more about it. But there's a way to overload the game, I think, so you don't get the items on the boss pickup. You do need to get like Samaria and stuff like that. I think helps it out.
On the plus side, we have found one of the 2 items in Meyer so far, so. We find Big Key, more likely Game & Choose just going straight back to V, and hoping V has the other item. Now, what's currently separating these runners is that JP has done a few more overworld checks in a part of Thieves Town already. Yeah, Game & Choose is going to go straight to the back.
Yeah, he did pretty much everything you can do without mitts in the overworld that isn't directly close to Meyer or on the mountain. So, Smith Chain is something he avoided because he didn't have mitts at the time. But if Gamachu goes back and does like a full clear of Village of Outcasts, including that'll be some time that JP gets back and then actually makes up from having avoided those.
Yeah, because JP's about ready to get Crystal 4 and 5 here between Pod and Eastern, and Gamachu. I guess Gamachu will probably just try and get to Laser Bridge and TR and hope for Ice Rod. Yeah, don't forget to give these runners a follow. We're getting close to the hour mark. Any moment now, we will have go mode.
And Game's doing a little bit of kicking up some boot dust, hoping to keep spooky action at a distance active, which is a pretty cool trick. As we see, yeah, he hit that spike there and then actually hit the crystal switch, which is a little farther up on the screen. Same thing there. There's a switch just north of that wall in that room he was just in. Really nice Helmasaur King fight there by JP as well. Picking up crystal number 4.
And of course, Silvers just make this fight a joke.
Yeah, I'm really glad that JP chose to go to Pod Eastern before going to Misery Mire, so he's not going to have to fight through Wooden Arrow Ridrius. He does have those silvers.
Well, Cutscene Chest has an item.
Oh boy. I would be surprised to see either runner going back for it after defeating Vitreous. Would be surprised to see someone do it before going through the dungeon. Gamachu, yeah, just going to go up the mountain and say, my Ice Rod's most likely in Turtle Rock, and that's the last dungeon that I need.
Now we'll see if JP decides to do it. With how these runners have been playing, I don't think JP is going to do cutscene chess. Not when you get an item early in Mire. So, if you're a fan of WJPDTB, you're hoping that Ice Rod is not in front of Trinix right now.
Yeah, and I don't think Gamma's done any overworld checks that aren't, the desert ledge and stuff that were just like. It would be confusing why you didn't do them. Like he totally skipped Village of Outcasts and all that stuff, which is, a time sink because he didn't have to go to Thieves Town this seed because that was a pendant.
Yeah, we still have other checks too, like Sick Kid is open to us.
Yeah, I am surprised he didn't do Sick Kid because he went to Skullwoods right after, or not right after, but after he got a bottle, whereas JP got his bottle later. Sorry to cut you off there, but that was my thought about Sick Kid.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's just you run down, you don't go into Thieves Town, but you do the 3 quick checks there, and oh hey,
Yeah, a lot of people forget that the Sick Kid can be, so the bottle can be a progression for an item on Sick Kid, because he doesn't give you his item unless you have a bottle, which if you play the vanilla game, that's basically what he says. I'll give you this this bug net to catch bugs in that bottle that you have. Of course, we mainly use it for fairies and not for the bees.
Not the bees! We also have, like, Spite Cave. Depends on what we find. If we find Book, we have all of Ice Palace we have not touched yet.
Yeah, the only overworld we did was, between Village of Outcasts and Swamp that JP committed to early by doing Swamp. I mean, there's so much. All the mirror lock checks, although mirror did lead to our hammer directly because it was on Spectacle Rock. Silver Arrows gear making just a joke out of Armos Knights. And that red sword dropping for JP.
Alright, small key compass. Still got one more item here in the front of TR to get. Then we go through Chain Chomps.
Okay, so no items yet. No, none of those 5 items that are in Turtle Rock showing up yet. And there's that big key that we're going to need. And the Ring of Fire kills that Murder Dactyl, thankfully. JP going to go in here with Sword Beams, which is really nice for Mire too.
That's a nice Mire too.
Oh yeah. I think he's been in Mire 2 at least 2 or 3 times in his rando playing career.
Can't miss it. Question in chat, Ped is still alive. These runners are hoping it's not on Ped. We'll probably see a full clear of the game before they even think of Ped.
Yeah, there's a lot of tough spots it could be, including left side swamp. Both of these runners skipped out on that after getting their 5 items, including mitts and bow in swamp. So they just pieced out.
Gamma did leave an item in Mire.
Yeah, there's an item in the cutscene chest, as Kuchiri pointed out. Thank you for noticing that and counting items. I happen not to.
Lumberjack's just bombs. Ag is dead.
It was It was very much alive up until our final check of the light world, as we did get our gloves on Magic Bat today, and a powder in the big chest of Hera, and the big key was in the basement.
Oh!
Oh,
No.
well, I thought he was going to go south.
My hopes were high.
Gamma still on 7 hearts. There's that aforementioned bug net. Okay, now he can catch fairies, although I think he got some definitely blue and I think green in those bottles, and probably
No,
not
JP, yeah, there's JP orphaning. Both of these runners, very similar paths to this game.
Yeah, the big divergence was JP doing Village of Outcasts in front of Thieves Town's Overworld before going to Swamp. Gamma just went right to Swamp and really hasn't touched Overworld this entire time. It's pretty amazing. Although Mitts and Bo really open up the dungeons that you want to go to anyway, so makes sense.
Yeah, no, the early Swamp play is what kind of dictated most of this race right here. But these runners have checked most of the same things, except, you know, JP did a lot more Dark World, Overworld checks, which is why we have this bit of a couple-minute gap here. Like, the 3 extra heart containers that JP have are from the first 4 checks of Thieves Town and the checks around Thieves Town.
Yeah, now JP has already been up the mountain. He wanted to see if it was Quake and if Ice Rod was just sitting up there. But 3 more checks here. No more keys to get. 1 item, bringing him up to 8 hearts. We've already seen the compass, so this is going to be an item.
Oh! Well, that's some fetch. We're going to try and save this portal right here.
I think you immediately... Well, you go up and check the Ether Tablet, and then you go and check Pedestal, because then you know if you have to beat your bosses or not when you go to when you start pendant diving. And nice spooky on JP as well, and those 3 rooms are now going to have Silver Vitreous. I mean, this seed has given you so much fetch quest love. Like, I don't think we need any more of it, right?
Nah, this seed's just been crazy. I will recommend, if you joined this race late, watch the start of this race. This was a great early 20 minutes. But Ether Tablet.
Gamma has saved, or has got that portal out there, and we haven't beaten Aga, so we can theoretically get back to that portal if we don't mirror from the Dark World at any point, or save and quit. So he's going to probably be checking things that are not mirror locked at this point. Do a bunch of Light World checks, then go to some Dark World ones.
JP is going to be following the same path. Oh, bottle for a bottle.
Yo, dog, I heard you like bottles, so I put a bottle in your bottle check.
Did you ever watch that show like 16 years ago? I swear it was a fever dream.
I've seen a meme or two, but I don't know if I watched the show.
I heard none of the vehicles run properly, and they all like broke down like quickly. Anyway, so that portal is looking pretty gone now, but we are doing big bomb check. Okay,
this is a pretty dense area. There's 3 checks here real close, and then we can justify going to Gamma's least favorite check in the game, Catfish.
Yeah, no, I mean, both of these runners have been playing insane games right now. It was just unfortunate that Gamachu just went to the most stacked Swamp Palace we've seen in ages.
Yeah, question chat about how the saving the portal works. So if you do save and quit, it erases all the information about the portal. So you'd have to die in the overworld, and then the game gives you 3 options for your start point. And at that point, you're going to be in the light world, and that portal is still active there on the Laser Bridge exit. However, if if they had beaten AGA 1 and had the mirror, the game, if you die in the dark world, puts you in the dark world. So it negates that little trick. So in this seed, we didn't have to beat AGA, so we're able to preserve that portal. However, Gamma going to do some mirror checks here, and I think is actually going to ruin that now. So there's a certain point in every runner makes where you say, I want to save the portal, I'll do everything I can to save it, and then you just go, it's not worth it, I'll just run through the dungeon. It takes like 2.5 minutes to get back there. It's fine. I'd rather check these things because it would be silly to not check these things right now. And I'm assuming Gamma checked the lava chest in Turtle Rock as well.
Yeah, it was not.
I know he did Mimic Cave. Right, that would be silly to skip a check in Turtle Rock. Do another mirror check here. I guess he could get on here without the mirror, but it's just faster to combo it.
Yeah, these are all checks that JP didn't do, so we're going to be seeing Gamma catch up to those other checks soon. Now this is Catfish.
Yeah, this is Catfish. We've already done all the Zora checks, so nothing here to combo with except maybe a mirror. And then you just quickly hop in the portal and go into Ice Palace. Ice Palace is 3 dungeons and our green pendant today, so there's a 4th item when you turn that in.
And of course we have the cane, so it's a quick run through too.
I thought you said it was a Quake run through, but you definitely said quick.
Yeah. Oh, bile percent achieved. So this is probably Thieves Town. Smith Chain, Purple Chest.
Yeah, I wonder how much of Thieves Town he's going to do. To me, it's either 0 or all of it. You don't just do the first 4 because you assume your opponent did that. So if you're going to go in, I think you have to go all the way in.
Oh yeah, at this point,
completely avoid it.
Like, I mean, we're down to like a couple dozen checks that's left where your Ice Rock can be. Yeah, if you're going to Thieves Town, you're doing all of it. JP did all of Village of Outcasts and the front 4 of Thieves Town, but no more. We didn't have mitts, so no hammer pegs, no smiths, no purple chest.
Okay, it's just taunting us with not going into Thieves Town after opening it.
As you see, Gammas now has the same amount of hearts as JP. JP will find the 11th heart here on Laser Bridge. And SpeedGaming 4, which just also concluded their league race, is joining us with part 132. Welcome. I recommend going back to the VOD and watching the first 25 minutes of this race. This race has been fantastic. But now we're in an ice run hunt. Yeah,
it's been pretty great. We did get a book here on Laser Bridge and Turtle Rock, and that's pretty much the only difference between these runners. Gamachu did not do a lot of overworld stuff and was in dungeon rush mode when he got to the Dark World. JP did a little bit of overworld and is now catching up on the dungeon catch-up here. This is conference semifinals of the Invitational League for Link to the Past Randomizer League. Divine Beastie Boys do have a one-game lead, and he is out of the front of Thieves, only doing the first 4.
So many orphan checks now. Because we got that. We have Left Side Swamp still available to both runners. We have cutscene chests available to both runners. We have all of Ice Palace available to both runners.
Yeah, we still don't know what's on the pedestal because Gamma has not given us that information yet. Wonder if JP will go check that. Fear Agent, Gamma 2's teammate I saw earlier in chat saying, I wish that Gamma had done Spike Cave after Ether Tablet, which is a pretty good wish, I would say, because it was right in the area there and would have helped them save that portal as well. He has since abandoned the portal, so there's no more saving of it. JP had done that dig game. Now we're going to get some new checks. Looks like Smith Chain. JP did not have the mitts when he was up here, so this is all going to be new information on the left side of the screen for us.
Yep, we're just now to the point with both these runners. Whoever finds ice rods first is in a massive position to win this seed. And it could be anywhere. Like, at this point in time, do you consider going back to left side swamp? Okay, it's definitely there. Or cutscene chess.
I think when you skip it, you say, if it's there, I'm going to lose. And so I can't lose to going back to that check, is what a lot of runners of JP and Gamchu's caliber will tell you. So I think it's going to be last location for them. It might be second to last if they decide that Misery Mire is their worst last location, because both runners also left an item in Mire cutscene.
Oh, so JP is going to be doing King's Tomb here.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to do this in a chance to save his portal. So doing this in the light world, staying in the light world. One more check here. This is going to put Gamma close to the Bombos tablet, which is another mirror locked thing, so something that looks like JP will be trying to avoid. Okay, he's going... Oh yeah, wrapping up this bugnet check, excuse me, sick kid check.
You know,
Yeah,
a lot of runners don't like the ice rod hunts, but I do like it in like a race when it's now down to the wire like this. Like, where is this ice rod? Is JP about ready to find out that it's on PED, and we're about ready to have a go mode Thieves Town and Ice Palace?
Yeah, the ice rod hunts are fun to see who, you know, has a gut feeling or whatever. At least someone didn't just like randomly go into a pendant dungeon for no reason when they had like 5 crystals available. You know, these are all... Oh my gosh!
It's on PED! It's on PED! JP has that knowledge. Gamma 2 doesn't. Technically,
Wow.
I like to explain. Go mode is when you know we're all. You know, go mode is when you're in a mode where you're just going to go straight to Ganon. JP's in go mode. He knows where Ice Rod is. That's go mode right there.
JP has no more information to know where he needs to go. He has all the information he needs. He's right here by Pendant. Now, both of these runners already beat Pendant Hera, looking for Dark World access. And now JP...
is this Gamma? Is this Gamma finding out the information too? We have a race on hands!
Gamma is saying, okay, my checks left are now in Pendants, and I want to know if I have to beat the boss or not. Gamma had pretty sizable lead and did a lot of overworld stuff here. But now JP is actually in the lead because he's going to be the first one into the second pendant that all the runners need to beat all 3 pendants here. Yeah, I guess to your point, no mode is more of a commentator booth thing where we know where all the items are because we have the information from both runners. Go mode is, yeah, they're just in go mode. They know where to go now.
Oh, JP can still save this portal this way too.
Oh yeah, if he thinks about it. He definitely needs to make sure he doesn't have any fairies, otherwise he's going to have to death warp a little bit more. That's a huge time save as well. See if he remembers that.
But he's red mail. He's red mail and has to self-destruct a couple times.
Oh, I don't know the math on that. It might be faster just to run through Turtle Rock again. Probably not. It's like, what, 3 minutes or something like that with all the stuff? It's a pretty big chunk of change when you consider some of these races are definitely decided by less than 3 minutes.
Someone commenting in chat, doing Ice Palace first would have been better, but I think JP's doing this in more of a so you don't use the mirror.
Yeah, Gamma has abandon that portal. So no matter what he does, doesn't matter the route he takes here. But Radical Sniper 99 making a good point that Gamma's going to end with his third pendant there in Village of Outcasts and just mirror and go pick up the Ice Rod. See if JP doesn't pick up this chest here. Huge time save if he doesn't. Yeah, just just running out with the Maiden.
Oh man, this is the race that keeps on giving. This is a belated Christmas gift to all. A holiday gift, if you will.
I mean, call this the fetch quest. See, there was... I mean, book inside of Turtle Rock on Laser Bridge to know where Ice Rod is pretty amazing.
Yeah. Pendant number 2 now for JP. And Quake!
Of course. So, JP getting that health refill and the magic refill, of course. Now he's got to go find somebody to tie to. Oh, he's just abandoning the portal. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm trying to think where... There's a red dinosaur dude or whatever they're called down by... they're definitely not called that, by the way. Down by the Hammer House. But I think on Red Mail it's like half a heart. And he's on 11, and that's going to take quite a while. Flute into 7. Maybe an extra tap to the left there. Going to go straight into Ice Palace. He's still got the lead despite losing that, like, 2-ish minutes now to not saving the mirror portal.
I mean, the start of the seed was insane. A lot of great items up front. We thought it was an agate seed until doing the coffee break for the big key to get the powder, to get glove off of bat for Dark World access. Game of Two decided to make a decision to go to Swamp, where it was also super stacked. JP went through Skullwoods, got nothing, did some overworld checks. So Gamma had a bit of a lead. They both met up, and JP looked at Ped first.
Yeah, buckle up, folks. This is going to be quite the ride. Okay, hitting the switch here because we don't care about opening chests. Don't want to find the big key. Just going to go straight to the boss. Gonna get a nice icebreaker here with that red cane. Got to do a couple of one pixel movements there. Oh, he does pick up that. Oh, that key is nice. He doesn't have to open up the doesn't have to let up the big rock here. So a little bit of a gamble, and now it's going to save some time on that. Meanwhile, Gamma is up in the attic. JP going down, just skip through the freeze orb room, heading right to the boss. So yeah, JP's a couple screens away from the boss. Gamma's still got to go to the basement.
Yeah.
So it's probably 30 seconds to a minute, maybe a little bit more than a minute.
It's going to come down to execution for sure. Of course, you always hear commentators say GT routing. I wouldn't be surprised if these runners did the same GT route, to be honest. Yeah, no, insane.
Yeah, I mean, Gamachu had quite the big lead. It was definitely more than a couple of 3 minutes when JP finally got to Laser Bridge. Ice Red wasn't there, but one of JP's first checks was checking that pedestal, and that set him right on the right path. It has a really nice cold stare there. Hits that green pendant.
Now just a mirror, flute to 3, go pull Ped. Gamachu's 2 rooms away from killing Blind, then running to bed. This is what League is about, these hype matchups, to be completely honest.
Yeah, there was a lot of similar routing, but they were a little bit divergent. And they're pretty much going to be almost tied up here. Amateur sticking to the blind script here.
Yeah, so JP has an entire walk to ped and dungeon victory music in front of Gamma now.
Okay, 1:18:05 picking that up. Oh wow, it's going to be real close.
Just another run through Turtle Rock, which honestly, Turtle Rock the second time through is a lot better because you're not like checking big chests. You're probably going to be skipping all the safety doors. You already have the key from Laser Bridge. You don't have to worry about chain chomps. And in fact, it might be a little early, but do we want to start the guessing game now?
Oh, I don't know. That's up to you. 1:18:45. Yeah, about 40 seconds there between the two picking it up. We still have to beat our Trinex, though.
Yeah. But of course, like, Trinex is like 2 screens away from GT, so let's go ahead and get, you know, guesses out there while there's still time. I threw the prediction up. Guess your points.
It's going to be pretty quick between getting that 7th crystal and going to GT, so prediction up makes sense.
Again, follow these runners. They put on an amazing show. And this is just going to come down to the wire, I believe. Yeah, JP's halfway through TR when Gamma basically gets in there.
All right, I've thrown my prediction in with some sweet, sweet channel points.
I'm not allowed to vote my channel points. I'm the one that made the thing. If I vote, then no one will get channel points.
We'll see if JP increases his lead here, or if Gamachu is able to cut into the 40-second lead that JP has. Both players are picking up those crystals. It'll be very interesting to watch as we've been talking about, that GT routing.
I predict both these runners are going to do a Dark Magician.
Yeah, I don't know if either of them feels super behind. The book being in Turtle Rock means there was really no time to check where what the pedestal had today. So I wouldn't expect them to feel behind with that.
Ooh, nice 4-sword hit on that Trinex. Don't get to see that often.
Yeah, that's really nice. I haven't really seen that quick kill strat with Tempered Sword.
And Trinex is down for JP as Gamma gets to the boss fight.
All right, that was about 1:22 on the dot when Trinex started exploding.
that means Gamma's gaining. But now it's GT time. The great equalizer.
Missing that ice rod. And a nice hook speed there off of the Turtle Rock steps to get hook speed on that first screen. Okay, about 2 seconds added to the JP's lead here. 22:42 was when Gambit got that Trinex exploding. And JP opening up Gannon's Tower. This is a very close matchup here in this semifinals match. JP trying to get a win here in game number 2. Get WJPDTB back on the plus side in this matchup.
I believe Willard is playing tomorrow for game 3. Check number 1 is just bombs. This is Dark Magician, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, that's a pretty common strat. Rando Rush be damned here, I guess. We're gonna see if we pull the mirror out.
2 map, 3 rupees, 4 arrows, piece of heart, mirror to the right.
Okay, no keys, interestingly enough. Maybe there's a couple keys just sitting here in Hope Room. Gamma going right to Hope Room. This is about that 40 seconds different. There's 1 key and another small key.
That's 7 there. And we're tied up, folks.
Yeah, I fully expect Gamma to go right here now because he got those keys in Hope Room. Yeah, if it's over here on the right side, it's pretty much just an execution race at this point. Gambit slightly behind JP, maybe 5 or 10 seconds at this point.
That's 8. Just more rupees. 9. Another piece of heart. 10. 11. Oh, well, it's back to the left. JP will get a little bit more of the lead again because Gamma's going to have to go into Salfo's room.
Yeah, both of them mirroring out. So there's that. I guess Gamma will make a little bit of time up on this route because he'll go through these rooms on the left side once, whereas JP is going to go through them twice.
So I believe this is 12 in the fireball room. More money! Did you need money this season?
You definitely needed at least 500 to start off. We don't need any more, though.
Fire Snake room's up next. For number 13. Another smart key. I believe that's our last small key.
We've gotten 3 of them. There was 2 in Hope Room and none. That was our 3rd one. So that there might be 1 in Tile Room then. Or if there is 1 in here, the big key will be in this Hope Room.
No! Gold sword! Cape!
It's gold colored, but not the gold key.
That's like here's a free Ganon fight for you room.
Yeah, neither of these runners going to miss that gold sword unless Gamma walks right into this portal. No, staying very far north.
Bob's chest. I've lost count. This is 18, I think, or something. Nope. Gotta do some ice armos.
Well, the next ones are going to be 19, 20, 21. So yeah, that was 18. Silver Arrow's going to make this super easy. Yeah, despite these runners not having a ton of health in the beginning. They're both here on 13, and actually 14 hearts on Gamma's side.
Yeah, Gamma ran like 75% of the seed on 6 hearts. There we go. Second to last check for the big key. If you guess C20, I don't know, award yourself an extra Christmas snack.
Oh, can I have one too? Just because I want to. So yeah, Gamma gonna be 25-ish seconds behind picking that up, and immediately mirrors out. Nothing could possibly help him in that other chest.
Oh yeah.
Wow, there's a lot of channel points on the line for that prediction. 182,000 going to the people that picked the correct amount.
Yeah, if you bet on that, you basically got 9 times your bet. Seven times your bet. My bad. You got 7.25 times your bet. Going through the gauntlet. JP's keeping this 1 or 2 room lead over Game of 2 right now.
Oh, nice gauntlet too there. And I mean, just a random Beamos there, like really nice. Gauntlet 3, Gauntlet 4. This is very fun to watch.
That was some good fire rock shots there.
Yeah, and I know that both runners have gotten some potions along the way. They haven't used any, so they're not in any fear of running out.
Oh, yeah, that boat ate a silver. That's unfortunate.
Okay, it does get 2 phases though. Gamma's gauntlet also very good. See if he gets a 1 cycle Landmo 2 here.
And that's some time caught back up.
Yeah, still about 2 rooms. So this is still JP's fight or race to lose here, or race to win, however you want to say it. I wouldn't expect too many things to trip him up.
This is honestly probably going to come down to AGA 2 execution most. Can you get those triples and doubles?
Okay, JP thinks, I'm a little bit low on magic. I'll get this magic instead of using a bottle. Gamma almost doesn't like that 4th torch. Does get through, and I think he should get magic as well. It's just a little bit close on both runners.
We have Cape and Gold Sword. This is going to be a quick Moldorm 2 fight. You just
only need two slashes here.
And Moldorm's down. Now we just have AGA 2 here.
And neither runner wants to pick up that chest. There could be nothing that could help them in those chests. They've already got gold. They've got silvers. They've seen all the mail. They have all the bottles. Oh, interesting pattern here. Only 1 hit.
Oh, I think that was just a double, unfortunately.
Gamma does get a double on that first cycle. I think Gamma made up 1 phase here.
Yep.
So that's about 6-ish seconds. So he's still behind, though, by about maybe 6 or 10 seconds.
Now this is going to come down, do you gamble, try and go for a double or triple on Ganon without falling into the sides?
Yeah, that phase 4 Ganon with silvers can usually be pretty nice, but there are some setups where it's pretty bad. Okay, so lighten up at about 132. Gamma dropping in. It's going to be about 132.06. Once again, there can be ties in Rando if you can't really tell who wins. Right now, JP obviously has a little bit of a lead. Finishing off phase 1, going into phase 2, not a problem.
Two more hit at phase 3. Gamma's also on phase 3.
Yeah, this is about the time of the difference is about 1 or 2 Ganon warps here, so hopefully they don't get knocked off. Starting phase 4 here, Ganon laments that the Clippers exist.
That is a triple location there for Gamma. And oh no, Gamma gets the triple!
Wow, getting that nice triple, and it does pull ahead of JP.
Wow, that was so close. My heart's pounding for that.
Yeah, JP gets fanfare sniped 133.22 to Gamma. JP Brewers fan JP got 133.28. What a race!
Wow. And see that Ganon position is so tricky. More than once, like I like that position for triples, but then sometimes you just fall in when you do the slash, so it's risky. But man,
well,
looks like
GG's to both runners. Good job.
Oh, a lot of GG's. Looks like we're about to be joined by JP here. I see them in setup. And Game and Chew. GG, guys. That was probably one of the best rando races I've seen in a long time. You guys put on a great show. How you guys feeling?
Hey, GG's to you, JP.
Yeah, GG. Definitely a little disappointed, especially watching how that ended. Man. I thought this was about the exact what I needed for a seed, and I didn't feel great going into GT, but I felt good, and man, I just missed it.
Oh no, you don't blame yourself. Like, you played amazing. Like, this seed was a big back and forth seed for you guys, going back and forth. It was great to watch. You both played great. I'm stunned. Like, there's nothing to be ashamed about with this seed.
Yeah,
you guys both put on a heck of a show. Sorry, go ahead, Gamchu.
Yeah, this seed, I felt good all the way up till going into Turtle Rock. And I got the book, the only thing I got out of it. And as soon as I finished pretty much clearing out the overworld, and I saw the ice rod on pit, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is over. I think I lost. And I told myself, go check pad as soon as I do the tablet up there. C was fairly generous, so I gave everything. I think like Swamp gave you everything to clear all the other 6 dungeons or 5 dungeons, and you're just in the ice rod hunt. And of course, Needle and Haystack, right? You have all this, world open to you. All the pendant dungeons, everything. And yeah, just when I saw the ice rod on pit, I just felt, oh, I think I lost. Because I don't know how early JP might have done the early pet check.
Well, I did do it shortly after leaving TR. Like, I checked Ether, then I never checked Sick Kid, so I checked Sick Kid, and then I went and checked the pad, just like, let's just go ahead and see. And then when I saw I was there, like, oh, wow. And so I rushed my pendants at that point. So I did have a lot of overworld I didn't check.
Yeah, you did a lot of your overworld checking before mitts, and then you went up the mountain when you got mitts to see if you needed Quake and if Ice Flood was just up there. But I don't think Gamachu did any except the stuff in the Mire Desert area before going into, obviously, with the exception of the Light World stuff, but he didn't do any Dark World stuff until he had gone through Turtle Rock.
Swamp basically just put Gamma in ABCD mode. No, it was insane. We were thinking about you both actually played almost every dungeon the same. You both skipped left side swamp. You both skipped cutscene chest. It was like one of those things like who goes back to those checks, That was like our fear, but no, you guys both played great. And Ganon positioning and Aga positioning. Honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I think always in a scene like this, I always think of where could I have saved those 6 seconds, and I mean, I don't feel bad. I don't feel that bad. Like, to play Gamma this well, like, only a 6-second race. That's awesome for me. I mean, it was great to keep it that close. I just, whenever you have a race that you lose by this little, it's like, what the little things I could have done to win it.
Yeah, I mean, your execution was very good. Obviously, Gamachu's good. JP, you've been proven for years you've had good execution. I mean, you guys were doing the same stuff in the light world. Maybe not exactly at the same time, but you guys were both in the tile room in Hera basement at the same time. JP had like a 1-second lead or something. So all those light world checks, and you guys come down to, oh, I have my one thing left before going to Aga. So, throughout the rest of the seed, obviously, I think, you did best you could, and then you guys did very similar things getting into.
Yeah, and there were definitely a lot of what ifs in my mind. Like, what if Gamma skipped Hera basement and did Aga? What if?
Yeah.
What if you fake powdered?
Yeah, what if you fake powdered?
Yeah, did you fake powder? I was thinking like I don't remember where the cane was. I was thinking that East mountain.
I mean, you could have gotten your hammer from the mirror on Zora and then left the mountain and gone to do. If you hadn't turned in the mushroom and got the hook shot yet, but like to leave the mountain would have been a little silly in the seat, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
So it didn't really present itself. But both of you guys within 20, 30 seconds of each other had gotten that Dark World access and avoided Aga, which was the right call. Did either of you think, I'm just going to leave Hera, it's clearly an Aga seed, I've got a hook shot, I've got Moon Pearl, I'm just going to run around, or were you just saying I want a full clear?
I definitely was thinking it. I think what pushed me over the edge is like I knew I needed to do something that Gamma might not do to have it to probably put me ahead. So I decided to stay, and it paid off. Of course, Gamma ended up doing it as well. So
yeah, I almost bailed as well, but I'm like, I'm already here. I have to do it. I was not gonna do Eastern though. If it wasn't in Hera, I was just gonna immediately book it to Aga after that.
same. I would have gone to Aga straight after that.
Yeah. I think also what might have pushed me to do overworld checks, like front of Thieves Town Village, and then with Mitzrach is gonna do all the other Smith Chain, is maybe JP did Aga and might have done all these checks and might have gotten an ice rod before getting that glove up there in Hera. So I don't know, that also weighed on my mind. Like, what if he actually did the Aga plan? He just grabbed the ice rod, and then he's essentially mitts for go mode. But no, of course that wasn't the case.
Yeah, that's a big part of racing these seeds. Is you don't know what your opponent is doing or has done, but you kind of think about what they might have done and then play to your out. So yeah, doing overworld checks definitely a good call there. And then I mean the seed was kind enough to actually give you the book instead of just making you full clear all your pendants and then going to pull the ped blind.
Oh yeah, I mean at least they gave us that, so it was a nice. I guess one of the only nice things late in the game.
Yeah, get to go mode back of Thieves and Ice Palace at least.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely did not feel great after I saw the ice rod, and yeah, I didn't know how JP would have played this out. So I'm just kind of going through GT, constantly looking over race sign, like, is he done yet? Is he done? Like, and we were this close. It's kind of amazing. But yeah, just scared the whole time climbing up GT. And I'm not really surprised it's this close. So once I saw that done, I'm like, oh geez, we were that close to each other.
It was a great race. Like, this entire race was great. Even, I mean, Gamma, you did swamp a solid like 3 minutes before JP did, and it looked like you was just going to have like a dungeon lead the whole time, and then it just came down to JP finding the book and going straight to Ped about a minute before you to sort of just put JP back in that minute lead, and yeah, execution had some to do with this, and that Ganon positioning, and yeah. Ganon teleporting to any other corner of that, like, upper corner, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's also that luck, a little luck factor involved in there as well, right? So I'm kind of glad. I normally never go for a torch glitch when I have silvers. I think it's usually a little faster to do it this way, but also the positioning of Ganon, right? Wherever he warps. I'm just glad it worked out my way. Yeah, definitely not an easy race here. I was very much sweating it, just finishing off this seed.
Yeah, we definitely had a good time watching. It was a good show from both runners. So no need to hang your head. That was quite the epic race. And there's still game 3 to play. I believe it's going to be Cross Keys in maybe tomorrow.
Cross Keys, tomorrow. Willard and Ramond, they're gonna race. Gotta hope Willard gets the win, gets us to a game 4. See where we go from there.
I believe you guys. Aside from that, anything else you guys want to plug?
Yeah, thanks again for putting up the restream and for you doing commentary, Dapper Warman and Kachuri, and Sin for doing tracking. Yeah, thank you. And again, GG's to JP, definitely a tough opponent, and looking forward to watching game 3 tomorrow versus Ramond and Willard.
Yeah, the same thanks to you guys all, and yeah, GG again, Gamma. Like I said, glad to have at least played you this close, and yeah, it was a good game.
Don't forget to follow all the SpeedGaming channels. We got more races going on today. I see we got RT in Japan. We're doing some English commentary for that. Playing some Pokemon Emerald right now. We got more league races today, tomorrow, rest of the week. What else have we got going on?
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of video game action to be caught on all the SpeedGaming channels. So be sure to tune in. I'm sure there's something that you will like, dear viewer.
Got some Super Metro coming up. Yeah, all good stuff. All good stuff. But thank you again for joining me today, Dapper. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce our tracker's name. Horrible pronouncing names. I don't.
Zin.
Zin?
Thank you very much, Zin.
Yeah. Well, made this try forth be with all you guys. I hope you guys have a great one.